Go. Hello and welcome PTG. This is Anders of the what's my team name now? Airshare 20 Ciphers. And I am here with Michael. What's your team name now again?
Michael of the London
Oh,
Lucarios.
you haven't changed it. Okay.
No.
And we're also joined by former PTG member Devon of the Mid Valley Meows.
Meow meow meow. Hi, how y'all doing?
Sorry, Bam. Right.
Special guest star.
Special guest star. Right, anyway, so we're going to be ranking all the teams. We have a special little doc provided by Michael, which he has adjusted himself. So we'll go over the teams. Let's just go straight into this. Well, we'll explain the draft setting very quickly. So oh, you didn't put the mons. That's okay. So it's a Natdex draft, team draft. So we have two different teams. We have Team David, Team Bam. Both guys drafted the team members they want. Fuck you, Bam, for not choosing me. Um, and then they drafted from a pool of their own mons from those tiers. It is a Nat Dex draft. Z moves are allowed. Omni boosting Z moves are banned. There is no megas, and it is. I would say RU and lower, but there's a few OU and other mons here. But in general, lower power tier, lower speed tier, lower everything tier. It is an interesting draft indeed. Do you guys have anything to input before we go off straight onto the team rankings?
Next
Um,
time, go base stat totals. Be like, hey, only Pokemon low with a base stat total lower than 500.
why to stop Zerkatry? Yeah, all I was going to say is I've organised the dock into basically whoever picked first from each side, and it just goes down like that. It does. So
Yeah.
that's the way it kind of runs.
Well, let's start it. We have both the team captains, Bam and David. David being the champion of the last draft, and Bam being the champion of the draft before that. So, we'll start with Bam. Lilligant Hizui is his team captain. Another very quick rule to add: team captains are the only mons that can Terra. So Lilligant Hisui is his Terramon. Then we have Xurkitree, Ninetales, Venusaur, Blastoise, Meowstic, Togetic, Taurus, Steelix, Spiritomb, and Spidops. Nice little Sun Core with Ninetales and Venusaur. Uh, Lilligant Hisui, does that get Chlorophyll?
That's also a chlorophyll user. Yeah.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell. Jesus. And I guess it's weird
So
Quiver Dance as well, doesn't it?
so
yeah. Your
it's got
dance gets that plus attack, that plus speed, that yeah, plus
so
defense, special
it's
defense.
it's got I think it's called Victory Dance,
Yep.
Yeah,
which obviously is the physical quiver dance, but it also gets access to hustle as well. So it can increase its attack and already with then on top of that have the hustle to then do the damage. So I mean,
Hustle is
it
jank as hell, though.
yeah, but
I
if you run it
hate.
with it, but you can afford to run it with a scope, something like a wide lens.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and it's
that can
really
be seriously damaging. Or you run it in sun
good
with
Pokemon.
sword stance.
Yep. Not to mention the fact that it can Terra mean that he can potentially even do some crazy stuff with like the Fire Stab, Terra
Yeah,
Fire.
you're just gonna tear a rock and kill all the birds.
Yeah, there's lots
Yeah,
you can do. So Bam's team instantly off the bat is actually crazy. Xurkitree is insane in this draft. Tail Glow, access to Energy Ball to get those ground types, access to Dazzling Gleam to get the dragon types that are going to resist you, access to every electric move, pretty much. You can even do crazy stuff with Hypnosis. We saw Bam in his first match using Z Hypnosis, guarantee hit, guarantee speed boost, and the sleep. It's just stupid. Um, which then will give you a free tail glow and you're already at plus one speed. How this mon is even in this draft, I don't know. I mean, you can instantly see it was. I think everyone who saw that this was in the draft was like, okay, we want this, but both first pickers, Bam and David, went for it. No surprise
yeah.
there. Um, what do
I
you.
mean,
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say offensively, it is a very very strong Pokemon,
Yeah,
but its natural speed tier is not massively high. But for this draft at
yeah,
83, it's actually quite reasonable.
yeah,
The only is one drawback is its bulk
yeah.
somewhat, but
It's
if
very
you can
vulnerable
sort
to
your speed out,
priority for sure. Like
yeah,
when I watched the first match of Bam versus Yuki as he's going by in this draft, and when Lucario wasn't packing extreme speed, I was like, "What are you doing?" He had
Yeah,
swords dance and didn't extreme speed. I was like, what? Okay, but um, cause
I like that he Boros, Meowth, and Meowstick. He's used those two before, and Meowstick's a pain in the butt.
Bam knows what he likes, right? He's gone
Yeah.
for both like mons that he clearly really likes, like Blastoise, Shell Smash. He loves a Shell Smash.
yep.
Meowstick must be one of his most used mons at this point. And Venusaur, Bam loves Venusaur, right? Especially in the sun. He goes on about growth all day. Um, this is a very scary team. I think this will definitely be one of the top rated. Um,
I mean, it's got the other good things about it. It's got access to all entry hazards,
yeah,
webs, toxic spikes, and spikes through Spidops, stealth rock through Steelix. He's also got defog and rapid spin as well, which is a nice combo to have of both.
yeah,
I don't particularly. I like having a defogger and a rapid spinner
yeah.
personally.
And a thing
I
that
think I
not enough people
defoggers.
talk about is a huge thing for me. Heal Bell. Heal Bell, Meowstick, and Togetic. I
Yep.
love Heal Bell is so necessary. No one talks about it. It's such a good
Yep.
ability or move.
And wish.
Yeah.
And
Well,
wish on Togetic.
like I don't. Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I don't think I've ever seen him use Heal Bell. Just saying.
He used Heal Bell literally last match versus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he actually had it.
this is what I get for not paying. Well, yeah,
For being
the
kicked out of
thing.
the draft.
That's what I get. Keep
But
me posted. Helix does.
Right. Let's not overcomplicate this anyway. So what are we rating Bam?
Well, I was going to add one thing. One of the things I don't like about his team
Mhm.
is the fact that he's only got 3 momentum mons.
Yeah.
He's got Spidops with U-turn, Volt Switch and Xurkitree, and Flip Turn and Blastoise. And that's it.
Yeah.
And for me, I'd rather a bit more pivot in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's got a good rounded team.
I really like
Where,
it. I think
where do you think it should be put?
I would like
Probably
his special defense
A.
to be a little bit higher, but at the same time, I'm still like, okay, we have Togetic with Eviolite and stuff. I think if we, I hate giving it Bam the S tier, but I am thinking S because the weaknesses really are quite low.
First team out the gate. Hold on to your S. Save
I,
that.
w- I was going to say A because he's got glaring weaknesses to things like fire types and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I can't.
I was
He's got
going to say A as
He's got
well.
a couple of
Okay.
big weaknesses.
We'll give him the A. Right.
Yeah.
We'll go over to the other team captain of David. So we have Samurott Hisui, Noiva and Xurkitree, Rotom-Mow, Bronzong, Overquill, Passimian, Typhlosion, Gramble, Rungarus, and Orbeetle. I don't know if I like this team as much. It's still.
There's a lot of. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
It's a lot of hazards.
It is a lot of hazards.
like there is a lot of hazards on this team.
Yeah.
But he's got the power of Xurkitree.
Like Noivern's cool. Samarott's cool. Xurkitree again. Then he's got a lot. Like he was mentioning, he's got some damn good pivots in there. Love me some Rotom. Like that's a good Pokemon right there. I don't know. Typhlosion with the Scarf Explosion's pretty cool. Granbull.
Don't
like
even
Granbull.
necessarily need the scarf as much as you would in a normal draft with Typhlosion.
Oh,
In this
true.
one,
Typhlosion might just be a fast boy in this one.
Yeah.
The one thing I am shocked by, Samurott being the Terra captain.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
so
is odd.
unnecessary in my opinion.
Like there's a lot of other Pokemon in there which I would be like, I would
Yeah.
much rather like you could even have, as we said, Typhlosion as a Terra captain.
Yeah.
Terra Fire Explosion. I mean that, not Explosion, Eruption. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Boom Burst Noivern.
Yeah.
I mean Xurkitree.
Yeah.
Like,
just
so there's enough
everything's
in there.
Xurkitree, Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Well,
very surprised by Hisui and Samurott being the Terra captain. He
Yeah.
must have something
Like Dark and
planned.
Water is such a good natural typing anyway.
Yeah,
The-
it's
the-
solid.
The thing is, you're not really keeping Samurott in that long, apart from to lay the spikes and maybe get a few good water hits off. But it's not like you're keeping it in swords dancing, going like, "Haha, I'm gonna sweep you now with my Terra Dragon Samurott." You know what I mean?
Well, unless he's using it as a defensive terror.
Yeah.
But
Which does
in-
make sense if you really
Which
want to get those
works.
spikes off. But
yeah,
I don't know.
and Samurot's not like it's got a decent enough bulk, and it can hit pretty darn hard with that fucking sharpness ability.
Yeah.
Its sword attacks, like it's OHKOing a lot of shit, especially in a lower power draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So like I can understand wanting to do the offensive Terra with that. Like what are some good ones for him? Like with Terra Ground would be nice every once in a while. Hit him with a very powerful Terra Blast or something.
Yeah.
Well, probably Terra Blast, but like maybe Terrible Bug and pump up its X's or some shit.
I just wish it got like more coverage moves. You really want good coverage. So I'll give you like an example. Like you could say maybe Terra Ghost if you're say facing a fighting one, but then you'd have no real coverage moves. Does it get Air
Well,
Cutter? I can't actually remember. But
you,
that's
you
that's a
either
good
want
move.
you either want loads of coverage moves, or you want zero coverage moves,
Yeah.
and the
got-
Terra Blast to be the coverage, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
It's got Sacred Sword. It's got Ceaseless Edge. It's got Aqua Cutter. It's got I think honestly just Sacred Sword Aqua Cutter is more than
Yeah.
enough coverage.
Aqua Cutter is just another water move. It's not really coverage.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, like Aqua Cut, yeah, but it's getting the Ceaseless Edge bonus. It's going to be doing big
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, we know that, but
Oh,
that's still
sharpness,
stab.
yeah.
It's still stab. You know what I mean?
Like it's going to be hitting like a truck. Like just water fighting is great coverage between those two
It
types.
does get Drill Run.
It gets
That's
Drill
good.
Run.
That's good.
And
Like
Mega
it.
Horn.
It doesn't have the worst coverage options.
Mega Horn, X Scissor. So,
Yeah.
I mean, X Scissor gets boosted by sharpness
I'd
as well.
rather go for the X's at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking rating wise?
I don't think it's quite as good as BAM's.
No.
I
So-
would say probably got more generalized options than BAM. Like BAM's going to be running like Sun a lot.
On the
And-
ratings, what have we got? S, A, B, etc., etc.
As low and high as we want, we're the dictators of this ranking.
Okay. I think it's a B plus.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
would-
it's quite A.
Yeah.
I would still on an A minus personally. I like this team a lot. I think it would be fun.
I'm going B plus as well because there's a few months here that I'm like I don't know what they're doing here, like Overquill and Bronzong.
Are you making a note of where all these are being put, by the way?
No, because I can't write on anything. Oh, actually, I can.
Okay.
I thought I didn't have permission. Oh yeah, I don't have permission. It's view only. Okay, so
Put
I'm
it in
not-
slot 12.
I mean I can't. I literally can't write.
Oh.
I don't have permission.
Give me a second. I should be able to sort of give you permission, I guess.
Yeah.
If I know how to do it.
Keep going. I only got like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's me next, isn't it?
yeah, Michael versus and Christian. So Michael, let's have a look at your team. Reggie Drago, Samurai Hisui, Arctazol, Donphan, Ribombi, Abomasnow, Togedemaru, Delphox, Muck, Toucan, and Ambipom. Obviously, I really like the Arctazol Abomasnow combo. Same one I went for. Reggie Drago is a Terra captain I actually approve of because Reggie Drago actually has quite good coverage now with the... It's really needed for the Terra, and then the boosted dragon moves are always nice. For this draft, it has really good attack. Samurai Hisui is really good. I definitely prefer Drago being the Terra captain than Samurai. Donphan's just a generally nice ground mon, especially access to rapid spin, and for some reason Ice Shard, which comes in useful a lot more often than you'd think it would. Ribombi is nice for webs and the fairy typing. Togedemaru is one of my favourite Pikachu clones. Delphox is surprisingly useful. It's very underrated because it's overshadowed by other fire starters, but it's also like one of the faster fire starters. I think it's like 108 base speed, which comes in really useful.
4, I think.
What's that,
Isn't
sorry?
it? It's at 104, I think.
104. Okay, 104. Either way, it's over 100, which in this is good.
And this
Two-
is quick.
Pretty
Toucanon,
sure it's comp.
I don't like Toucanon. I tried making it work. If you can make it work, then good on you. I don't like it. And Ambipom I like because powerful fake outs.
Bro, fake out last resort. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, Ambipom was the last Pokemon I picked up, and I just did it almost for the speeds here.
Yeah, it is really fast.
Yeah, it's so quick.
I like Ambipom a lot more than Toucanon. Toucanon's the only one here I don't like. Muck is quite good as well.
Mug is so. Reggie Drago with the scarf and the dragon energy. Any team that doesn't have a fairy will be destroyed. You will just win.
or
Uh,
you just you can Terra Steel.
yeah. I
Oh,
wish you had more recovery. That's the only like looking at your team. I
Yeah.
wish you had more. Like I wish you had like a reliable wish passer. That would really boost your team. I think. You do have some like nice screen options with, of course, your Aura Veil. Um, and Rabombi, you can get the webs up so you can really control speed tier quite well with that combo. Spikes up with Samurott. Do you have any access to rocks? Donphan rocks. Yeah, that's really nice. Um,
Yep.
it's a nice team. I like the webs. I wish you had. You would go up a lot more, in my opinion, if you had some healing. Do you have access to heal bell? Does Rabombi get aromatherapy? Do you know?
Rabombi gets aromatherapy. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's really
nah,
nice then. That's
oh,
really
definitely.
nice. That definitely is. That's huge for me. I really like being able to heal your own status.
Mm.
It really starts to hurt you if you can't. Like this last generation really proved, like when everything lost aromatherapy and heal bell, you just see T wave and burn everywhere.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Dev? Ranking this team?
I feel like the Reggie Drago over the Samurott Hisui in the captain slot was a very, very good choice.
Yeah.
I like since right now Bam's team's the highest. It's the one I'm kind of comparing him to, and I think this is at least like I could see this team tangling with Bam's team pretty well. Probably not bringing two cannon. Yeah, find a better trade for two cannon, and I would say this is A plus. But as stands, I'll at A.
Hmm. I wish you had more defensive options. That is like I really want to make like I would
First.
come yeah. I think for me that would make it like an S tier if you had like a really good defensive option.
Yeah.
If you could
No,
somehow
I
like
agree.
trade two cannon for like a Chansey, then this team would literally be S in my
Oh,
eyes.
And if
it's
you're
very
really
it's
under
very hyper offense.
like the Muck's defensive potential, Muck is a great defensive mon.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like the passively defensive monsters he's got here are really good. Togedemaru, Muck, Donphan, Reggie Drago. All of these can take hits. It's the lack of recovery which hurts it.
You want to? That's what you want.
But no, it is a really good team. Really good team. That's like the only fault I'm picking out. So I would also say A. Yeah. Okay. Let's go straight on to who was this again? Christian. Lilligant with the Terror Captain, Comfy, B Sharp, Quagsire, Bravery, Hisui, Spiritomb, Pinsir, Raichu, Smeargle, Flareon, and Medicham. What do I think of this team? We've got good defensive options in Quagsire, Flareon. Flareon being surprisingly good defensively. Comfy getting that super priority can come in clutch. Um, Pinsir being Moxie. Raichu getting those electric moves in, although he's not really that weak to electric anyway.
Hey, I got to bounce.
Okay.
Later. Bye.
Smell you later.
So, yeah.
Hi, Dove. See you later.
Oh, Jake's here. Welcome, Jake. You're now Dev's replacement.
Nope.
How are you
As
keeping?
if we planned it, that is.
That's crazy.
Hello.
What do you think of this team? Both of you.
Are we looking? So I did just join. Are you looking at the one on the left or the right?
The right.
Right. Christians. So I like it. I like parts of it. My only major issue with it is it is quite frail.
Yeah.
But like mine being frail, he hasn't got the damage output.
Yeah. I was literally just thinking that without
Like
boosts,
mine's frail, but the damage output's really high, potentially. Whereas
the only way you're gonna
that
get serious damage is Toxic Orb Flareon. That's like the only way you're getting
well,
like crazy damage without boosting. Lilligant, Hisui,
yeah,
Victory Dance.
well,
as well.
that's what I mean. It's Victory Dance with Lilligan, Swords Dance with Bishop. It requires setup
Yeah.
almost everything, and there's not enough bulk there to kind of create the setup as such.
Yeah.
I mean, does he get anything which is good at setting up screens? No, so the setup's going to be
Smeargle
harder as
potentially,
well.
but not good at setting up screens.
That's what I mean. He hasn't
Yeah.
got any real good like screen setters.
Yeah.
I mean, his only ones which really can do that are Smeargle and Raichu.
I really like Christian, but this is probably my least favorite team so far.
I agree. It is my least liked.
Uh,
Um,
the offense is kind of lacking. Like, I have a feeling that most of his matches are going to be like 6-0s or 0-6s. You know,
Yeah.
he's either going to pull off a few victory dances and suddenly sweep, or he's just going to like lose.
I mean, I'm looking at the average HP of the team here, and it's 68.
Yeah,
That's
low.
very low.
Um,
I'm gonna say C tier.
yeah,
I'm afraid. Sorry, Christian.
there's quite a lot of weaknesses here, isn't there? Yeah, we'll say C tier for now. Um, do I have permission to write? No, I don't. That's fine. We'll say C tier.
I'm writing it all in the notes.
Perfect. Okay, brilliant. Right, let's go on to the next one. Did you have an opinion, Jake? Are you also thinking C tier?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll put more input on the next one when I'm
Cool.
here for the whole conversation.
Ben and Michael L. Okay, so Machamp, Slurpuff, Koopajar, Toxicity, Gothitelle, Execute, Alola, Dugtrio, Flareon, Komala, Cramorant, and Dusknoir. Slurpuff is crazy. Slurpuff is crazy. Access to sticky webs, access to belly drum, access to heal bell. Can go special or physical. It's really good in this draft format.
Also, belly drum with unburden.
Yeah. Belly drum and burn. Sorry, I probably should have stated
That
that.
is massive.
I've had Slurpuff as my kill leader on a couple of drafts. It's kind of wild. Machamp gets. Is it what's the thing that
Yeah,
guarantees?
Machamp's Terror Captain.
Yeah,
Why? Like that one again. It really shocked me.
there definitely could have been better choices in my opinion. Something like Executor or Lola, right? But
Electricity.
yeah, Toxicity, Boom Burst.
Yeah.
It's another one.
So
I'm a little bit.
I'm really shocked. But if he can get it to work again, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Machamp is a crazy mon. Like it is a crazy. Like its power in this draft is going to be a lot higher than normal.
Yes. Certainly.
It's normally outshone because it's slow and not quite bulky enough, but its bulk and speed are going to be enough here that it's actually going to be like a really scary threat.
The speed maybe not, but the bulk's actually
Yeah.
reasonable. It's actually decent.
Um,
If he can get webs up, then it'll help Machamp a lot.
Definitely. Kamala's a nice rapid spinner. It's really nice to have something that can just come in on status and then rapid spin. You know.
Cramorant as well as a defogger. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Cramorant can be a threat.
I love Cramorant.
This is a really nice if you look at like the typings and stuff, the team is actually really well balanced.
Yeah, I agree.
The only he's got Dragon and Executor. Yeah, does he even have any shared typings now that I'm looking at it? So we've got Fighting, Fairy, Steel, Poison, Electric, Psychic, Dragon Grass, Ground, Fire, Normal, Flying and Water, and Ghost. That is he has got unique typings on every mon. There's no double typings there. That's kind of crazy.
The only thing I don't like about this team is the speed.
Yeah, well, we got Dugtrio,
and that's it.
And that's it. Slurpuff will probably go off, but then you're you're not then switching it out or anything.
And can you get Slurpuff to go off every game?
No,
because you're gonna prep for it.
Flareon with a flame charge can be all right. He's really needing those webs, and it's actually going to be quite hard for him to choose. Okay, do I go for a Slurpuff that's going to be setting the webs, or do I go for a Slurpuff that's unburdened? If he's going for both, it's really sort of mixing it up because you really want Citrus Berry, Webs, Belly Drum, Play Rough, and Drain Punch, right?
Yeah, that would be the moves that you'd have to run.
Yeah, and he would be bringing that every week.
But I mean, I don't like using a Webs Belly Drum hybrid Slurpuff.
Yeah,
I find it kind of janky to use.
Yeah. And then you have no access to Heal Bell then, which obviously you have Flareon then, but then it's just nice to be able to pick and choose your utility. But other than that, I do like the team. But yeah, the speed tier is really low, really low.
Yeah.
I don't like Gothitelle. I don't know why it's here. You can't use the trapping. Yeah.
It's got reasonable special bulk though. Reasonable special bulk, access to things like hypnosis. So you could potentially go for a BAM special with the Z Hypnosis.
Yeah. Wasn't Gardevoir in this tier though, or was it banned? I can't remember.
No, Gardevoir's. I'm almost certain it's not in here.
Okay. Okay.
I'd be stunned if. I know. I'm sure it isn't because I've not seen anyone with it.
Yeah.
You won't catch me dead using hypnosis. 55%.
Well,
Look,
yeah,
Hypnosis is an absolutely fantastic move if you have the item blunder policy.
yeah.
Okay.
No. I
What
think
we
it's a solid team. I don't think it's quite as good as BAM's.
No, I wouldn't put it anything. For me, it's B tier or lower.
I think it's solid B.
Yeah, we'll say solid B. Jake,
Okay.
any opinion on?
I was gonna say more like B plus. I really like the type diversity, like you said.
I just wish it was
Yeah.
faster.
I could fit
That is
over B.
literally the one thing holding it back for me.
He would have to work around defensive pivoting.
Yeah.
a
Is there
lot.
any? Doesn't Alolan Eggy get Trick Room? Could he go Trick Room route?
But his mons aren't even slow enough to really make use of Trick Room. They're just kind of like an awkward middle speed tier.
So what I was saying is,
True.
you would have to go around defensive pivoting, but again,
Yeah.
his momentum, he's got U-turn and Volt Switch. He's
Yeah.
got U-turn, Kamala, Volt Switch, Toxtricity.
Yeah.
So there's very little momentum.
And neither of them are that bulky to be really huge pivot mons. It's not like a Vikavolt where you can then potentially tank an Earthquake, tank say a neutral move, and then slow Volt Switch out and hit massively hard.
I don't love this. I'm sticking with B.
Honestly, I'm leaning B minus.
Yeah, well, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking of changing. Go with B. I think. I
Yeah,
think that's fair.
B. Right, who's the opponent again? Michael L. So we have Moltres, Galar, Cleavor, Gigalith, Slurpuff, Dragolage, Volbeat, Mawile, Primeape, Lapras, Sandslash, and Charizard. So we got the Sandslash Gigalith combo. Cleavor is nice. It's going to get that Sand boost as well. Cleavor in general, getting that sharpness, Stealth Rocks is really good. Slurpuff, all the good things we said about Slurpuff before also apply here. Dragolage is a really nice special wall, which means we've got physical walls in Gigalith and special in Dragolage. Volbeat is really nice Prankstermon. Mawile, Steel Fairy, and Intimidate. Primeape, access to Rage Fist. Lapras. Lapras is Lapras. It gets access to Aura Veil if you set up Hail for some reason.
Heal Bell as well.
Oh, it gets Heal Bell. Okay, never mind. I like Lapras now. Sandslash, obviously Sand boosted in with Gigalith for speed. And Charizard is a defogger. Also quite good speed tier for this draft.
Charizard is certainly, yeah.
Yeah. I quite like this. Sorry,
I'm
go
not
on.
going to say too much because it's my week one opponent. So
Right, okay. I like Moltres Gala. I don't know if it's my favorite team captain, but considering how low amount of fairies we have in this draft, it's kind of nice. It means that you can kind of just go crazy with flying and dark, and then finally find a threat. Oh, I'm just gonna terror and keep on going crazy with my berserk,
Yeah.
nasty plot, fiery wrath, and agility.
Agility,
I used to do what was the 1v1 draft thing when it first came out, not 1v1 draft, just a 1v1 matchup. And I used to run Moltres Gala. I would literally have agility, nasty plot, fiery wrath, and like air slash or something, and then a citrus berry. And that won so many 1v1 matchups because it's just pure bulky. It takes
Yeah.
the hits really well. You just boost yourself up whilst the other mon is like trying to kill you, and then you just sweep, you know.
Well, and that's it. You don't really have to run much offensive EVs either. You can put most of it into bulk because you'll naturally get the boosts anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. No access to Roost, but that's okay because you really are just sort of getting enough bulk so that you survive the initial kill phase, and then you set up and sweep. It's fast enough that you can do that after an agility. And in this draft, it might not even need agility. It's like if he was facing this team, he wouldn't even need to agility. He just kills.
No, yeah.
I really like Cleavor. I really like Gigalith. I really like Slurpuff. I really like Dragolage. Volbeat, I always like Prankster. Prankster's nice to have. It's not the best Prankster mon. This is sharing a tier with Meowstic. Volbeat is not as good as Meowstic, but it's still good. Mawile is good for its typing and ability. Primate gets access to Rage Fists and a lot of general good fighting stuff. It is outclassed by other fighting types, obviously, but it's in the B tier, so what can you expect? Yeah, what do you guys think of this team?
I think it's a solid team. Um, yeah, I definitely like it. Like I said, it's got some bulk, but it's also got some attackers. It's got some support. I say it's a solid A team.
I
I
like.
think it's got a good
Sorry.
amount of hazards.
Yeah.
Got a great amount of hazard removal as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it's quite a solid
Yeah,
team.
doesn't Cleavor have that move that does damage and sets up stealth rocks?
Yeah.
Yes,
And it gets the
Stone
sharpness
Axe.
boost out of
Stone
it as
Axe?
well.
Yeah, Stone Axe, I think.
And it's like better accuracy than like Stone Edge and does more damage. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Not than its own. Actually, I don't know. Anyway, I'm leaning towards. It's not as explosive as some of our other A tiers, but I think this is one of the more reliable teams. It has like if there's a mon that he's facing that isn't crazily boosted, there's a mon he can switch into it, right? Um, Whereas some
Mm.
other teams might have some trouble switching in. Like it's like, oh, you're gonna bring a special attacker, I'll bring in Dragolage. Oh, you're gonna bring in physical attacker, I'm gonna bring Moltres or Gigalith. Oh, you're trying to do some stuff with a wall, I'll get in Cleaver and just set up some rocks, you know?
and what I like is half the team is over 85 speed,
Yeah.
which
Surprisingly fast considering how bulky it is.
I think 85 for me is a very good
Speed tier.
speed tier in this.
I'm
Um,
thinking A for balance, honestly.
yeah,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Alright.
yep.
Simon and Jake. Okay. We'll go with Simon first. Lycanroc, Dusk, Gallade, B-Sharp, Miltank, Confames, Magus, Weezing, Turtonator, Livani, Bolt Hunt, and Arctifish. I'm going to come that straight out and say I do not like Lycanroc Dusk as a Terra Captain. I don't think Lycanroc Dusk is nice. I like that it gets a Tough Claws boost. I like that it gets its Cell Rock. I like that it even gets its own unique Z move here, which might matter. Who knows?
Mm.
But I think there's better mons to Terra Captain. Even the Gallade below it. Gallade has bulk for days, especially in this draft. Decent enough speed. It's not fast. It gets sharpness now, which makes it a lot better. Like the fact that this is allowed in the draft, I really think Terra, and it's got like coverage for days. I really think Terra would have been better for Gallade here.
Imagine Terra Z.
Yeah. Or Terra Z Lycanroc Dusk.
Yeah,
I don't think you can use Z moves on Terra. Can you? I don't know.
I don't know. Can you?
I remember this coming up before, but I can't remember now.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Gallade is crazy. B Sharp is nice. Milk Tank is annoying as fuck, but good.
Mm.
um,
Yeah,
Turtonator is actually a really crazy special sweeper. Shell Smash Turt is kind of crazy.
and a good spinner.
Yes. I don't understand Arctivish here. We don't have any rain. Oh, sorry, hail. Like even with a choice scarf, it's like 50 base speed.
Bulky,
It is bulky.
especially for this tier
Yeah,
that we're playing him. 90, 90, 90, 190.
that's true.
That is pretty bulky.
That's bulky. That's bulkier than I thought. That is quite good, actually.
Mm.
What do you think of the Lycanroc Dusk Terror?
I think it's definitely interesting. I agree with you. I think Gallade would have been better. I used a Gallade in something, I don't remember where, recently with sharpness. I think it's Psycho Cut, Aqua Cutter, Night Slash, or whatever it is. There's so many moves that get boosted by sharpness that you could change your Terra to whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that the Lycanroc speed tier.
Oh yeah, it's
with-
crazy good speed.
I mean, you're trading off some Spadef for speed, and I think with a Terra Captain, if you want to go for an offensive Terra Captain, you need that speed.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it as a Terra Captain.
Mhm.
It's like what I was saying earlier about Neuven potentially being a Terra Captain.
Yeah.
It's not bulky, but the damage output's so high that it's worth it.
What's Lycanroc's base attack again?
117.
That's quite high, especially the Tough Claws bonus.
Exactly.
Maybe I could be
I,
sold on it. I'm
yeah,
not the
I don't.
biggest
I
fan
don't
of
love it.
offensive terrors. I tend to find that defensive terrors work better,
Okay.
even in offensive mons.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think is
I'm
my.
thinking B plus overall because I really like the A tiers. Um, but it doesn't blow me away either.
The one thing this team has got, which is it's the fastest team we've looked at so far.
Yeah, and we have the super priority in Comfy. That can't be
Yeah.
understated. That is really good.
Well, he's got 5 mons over 100 speed.
Yeah,
That's insane in this tier.
and Bolton is actually good. I don't care what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I like Bolton.
He's okay.
anything with Nuzzle is nice.
Mm. But yeah, B plus. I think that's
B plus, B plus.
reasonably fair. Yeah.
Okay, Jake, why the fuck do you have like 15 waters and 15 darks?
S plus. Move on.
Oh my god, Jake, you don't need like. Okay, so we got Rain, which is really nice. Rain, Mantine, Seismitoad, and Floatsaur.
Yep.
Very
Yep.
water based, and then you have Dark, you have Sableye, Scrafty, and Murkrow. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 mons that are not water or dark.
Yep.
I mean, Zerkatree would sweep this team
Yeah.
with a speed boost.
No, well, Zerkatree would lose to a Focus Sash Metal Bursting Sableye.
That is incredibly niche, and I love it.
I've seen Jake pull it off. Better hope there's no Stealth Rocks.
I mean, it's got a massive fairy weakness, this team.
Yeah. He does have a fortress. He does have a fortress.
It does have Fortress, yes.
Which is massively improved by being in a rain team. You know.
Yeah,
Making
true.
that 4 times or 2 times is always nice.
Yeah.
Jake, your team's too unbalanced. I want to like it, but I don't.
Just wait.
I don't think it's as glaringly unbalanced as. So he's got a lot of water Pokemon, right? But he's got two water immunities,
Yes.
which is massively useful.
Yeah. People
As you
can't
said-
then water sweep you back, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. He's got the glaring fairy weakness, but he's got Fortress with rain, which makes only it then helps if they've got fire coverage.
Yeah. Which is
So
also like the
again-
best gyro ball user.
It's not horrific. It's got a reasonable speed tier.
Electivire gets motor drive to switch in on an electric move.
Yeah.
Yeah, decent. He's got 4 momentum mons. Oh, he's actually got executive with teleport as well, which could be
Wait,
useful.
Executor gets teleport? What?
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
and apparently Electivire as well.
What? What the hell?
I need to double check this actually.
I
'cause
love teleport as a
not-
move.
I'm checking the doc and I can't believe it. Like
I
does
do
it actually
I do like
get-
how Mantine gets stab hurricane as well.
gets teleport. Electivire actually does get
That's
teleport.
kind of crazy. I actually really like teleport works really well in teams like this because like say you have Floatzel, right? You're really scared that they're gonna predict get Floatzel in, like maybe use a grass move or something, right? Click teleport Electivire, take that hit, use a bolt, get Floatzel in, wave crash, right? Or even flip turn, keep the momentum going.
Yeah,
I'm-
see it S plus easy.
I'm gonna go with B
Um,
minus.
I'm happy to go B minus.
Reason being, no, and don't hate me for this, Jake.
I don't know. I'm
I
just
think-
joking.
I think the team can work. I just think it's going to be incredibly hard to use each time.
Yeah.
So it will require really high skill level to play it.
Yeah.
So if you do well, I've just said you're a great player. So take that.
I've seen Jake do crazy work with Mantine and Sableye, so I do believe, but I also
Yeah,
believe that
this
this
took quite hard
team
work.
is insane, but you can make it work. Okay.
Yeah.
Matthew and Nick. Okay, Porygon Z. I like that as a Terra captain. Just going to put that straight out. Swellow, Bronzong, Meloetta, Hooper, Primeape, Rungerus, Overquill, Duraludon, Wishy Washy, and Meganium.
Oh, what did we give Simon again? B, wasn't it?
Yeah, but this team works better in Trick Room. I can tell you that straight off the bat. with things like Wishy Washy, Overquill, and then of course Bronzong setting the Trick Room is kind of nice. I like that this can work in Trick Room. Duraludon is kind of nice here too.
Yeah, this is my week 1 opponent.
Is this your week 1? Is it?
Yeah, Matthew, we're playing tomorrow.
To be fair, that he's gonna have a hard time with you just pressing. The Duraludon is gonna be tough for you. That you're gonna need to get Scrafty out on that thing.
I think it's got a nice speed to it, this team.
Yeah.
Adaptability Porygon is with Terra is scary as hell.
Does adaptability work with Terra? Does it count as a stab move?
Well, if you Terra normals, it's 2 times with the adaptability on top of that, which would then bring it up to think it's
Crazy.
A lot.
3 times. I think.
Yeah.
Does it go to? Yeah. Anyway, I think that is gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
Imagine getting a hyper beam from that. It just absolutely blow through things.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
I like the team. I think it's got a decent speed tier again, with over half the team over that 85 mark, which I think is pretty important.
Are we relying on Swellow for removal? Does anything here get Rapid Spin that I don't know about?
Let me have a quick look. No, it's literally defog Swallow.
That's a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like only having defoggers, and only having one is.
Yeah. If the opponent has an Annihilate, which obviously they wouldn't in this draft, but hey, look, say they have a Primate with Defiant.
Yeah.
Yay.
Although we just brave bird it back, so.
Yeah. True. Either way, I also don't.
But there are other defiant and competitive users, like let's say Bolton.
Yeah.
Or something like.
Only having defog is not nice.
Yeah.
I like the Trick Room potential. I like Meloetta. It's got access to Wish. Does it have access to Wish, actually? Yeah, I think it does.
Meloetta, no, it doesn't. It's got Heal Bell, though.
Oh, okay.
And you've got Meganium with Aromatherapy.
Perfect. I like that. This is another team that has the potential to pop off. It's got fast speed and slow speed, so you can kind of decide the speed tier yourself, depending on what you're doing. I really like that. We've got really powerful ones too, hitting really hard, like Hooper, Porygon Z, and Swellow. And of course Wishy Washy. It's going to be a hard team to play. Because
the problem with Swallow is, though, for it to hit hard, you've got to run Guts, right?
Yeah.
Which means you're running Flame Orb.
Yes.
Which means then if you want it to defog, it's taking Stealth Rock damage.
Yeah. Not only is it taking Stealth Rock's damage, but it's getting passive damage from the Flame Orb. You know, this is not an ideal removal.
No, I mean the balance there is horrible. So I mean it's going to have to be used as a removal, but it's so frail that.
Honestly, I think that alone makes me want to put it in C+.
I'm going just C generally. I think. What was the other team we put in C?
I don't remember.
It was Christians.
I think I like this team more than Christians, though.
I'm not sure. Yeah, Christians was so frail.
See, I'm still leaning towards C+. I think.
Yeah, C+.
Okay. Well,
there are a couple of special offensive threats.
Yeah.
In there.
Let's go to Nyx. So we have Low Kicks as a Terra Captain, Lycanroc Dusk, Weezing Galar, Hitmonlee, Araquanid, Driftblim, Lantern, Colossal, Sandaconda, Duraludon, and Kadabra. I don't like Low Kicks as a captain. I don't know how many times I've said I don't like the captain.
I do like Low Kicks as a captain.
It'd be really nice to Terra Bug. Your first impression is going to hit like an absolute truck.
And it gets Sword Stance as well.
Yeah. Axe Kick as well for those steel types.
92 speed, which is quite reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand why you don't like it. As you said, you don't like offensive.
Yeah. I just if you're going for an offensive like Terra, like Porygon Z, I just think it needs to have the bulk to then be able to take a hit or whatever, and I really think Terra then combines well with that. I
Yeah.
find fast, frail Terra mons tend to have like one pop off, and then that's them, unless like they set up in some kind of way. But I just don't see like you can swords dance with low kick, but like when have you ever seen a low kick swords dance? It's you turning,
Right.
it's first impressioning, it's axe kicking,
Throat chop.
throat chop, sucker punch. It's really good. It's just not swords dancing.
Yeah. The thing I do like about this team is loads of hazards and loads of hazard removal.
Yeah, loads of hazard removal. Rapid spin on Hitmonlee, defog drift blim, rapid spin colossal, defog
Defog wheezing.
wheezing, Araquanid. You get the webs. Like, yeah, you've got stuff for days on this.
Yeah. I like that part.
Speed
Momentum
tier
wise,
is nice as well. You have Unburden Hitmonlee.
yeah, and unburdened drift blim.
Oh, of course, yeah, drift them too, and you could even pop them off really easy by obviously you'd be losing the levitate, but you can get the uh, whatever you call it, the misty terrain, and just get the seeds,
Yes.
um,
Yes, you could.
which is one of the easiest way to pop those guys off. So,
I'm looking at the rest of the team. It makes me kind of like the Terra low kicks a little better because, yeah, the rest of the team, it'll help set up hazards. It'll wear you down. It's bulky. It's big. And then when you're all wear down and you have hazards, low kicks will come in and Terra and just sweep the rest of your team.
that's true. This is quite a good team for doing damage and not killing and wearing enemy team down. I think.
And it's got great defensive coverage.
Yeah, like you're having a mon to switch in to everything. Like Lantern,
Type
you can
one,
either have
strong.
electric or water immunity. You got huge bulk in Araquanid, Colossal, Sandaconda, and Duraludon. And Wheezing, of course. Yeah, you can switch into like anything.
Yeah, so I mean, I quite like this team.
I'm thinking A minus. I really like it.
I was going to go B plus, but yeah.
A minus, B plus are
Oh.
pretty similar, aren't they? So, where are you leaning, Jake? You can be the decider.
I was gonna say in the A minus range, so I guess we'll go A minus.
Okie dokie. Andy and Yuki. So, Andy, Stack Attacker, Moltres, Galar, Decidueye, Hisui, Inteleon, Espeon, Elecvire, Typhlosion, Ursaring, Vanillix, Masquerain, and Sandaconda. I instinctively quite like this team. We have Speed and Inteleon, Espeon, Typhlosion. Vanillix, you can get the Aura Veil off really easy because it has the bulk to do that. Stack Attacker has crazy bulk and can set Trick Room. Decidueye Hisui has bulk and damage. Moltres Galar has bulk and damage. You can bounce back your stuff. Although, speaking of bounce back, what's the removal like? Does Decidueye Hisui get defog?
The defogs are Hisui and also Masquerain.
Yeah.
Masquerain's gonna be your sticky web user though.
Yeah. Neither ones are ones that you're like, oh yes, that's my key defog I'm on though, is it? It's not like a Mandibuzz where you're like you can comfortably put
Wait,
defog.
doesn't Stack Attacker get rapid spin or no?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I think this is one of the best teams.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Do you know,
It's got
even with that
massive offense.
negative, the enemy's going to be so scared of throwing out rocks and stuff because Espeon is there, right?
Yeah, and the offense is so high as well.
Yeah,
Like-
so high.
With a reasonable speed tier.
And even like mons like Inteleon, which are normally just seen as kind of average, in this draft it kind of pops off. It's got the speed and damage to actually be really good.
Well, the great thing about this speed tier in Inteleon is, whereas sometimes you might have maybe run, let's say this is a regular draft, and
Yeah.
there's like threats like Regieleki and things like that in there, and you might potentially run Scarf.
Yeah.
You could actually get away with running modest specs.
Yep.
With a 120 speed
100%.
and with a 125 special attack, that's going to do some serious damage.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I've already gone on about how much I like Moltres Gala. I really like Stack Attacker as a team captain. It is my team captain too. It's got absolutely insane defenses, insane coverage, and really slow tier speed, which is really nice because it can set Trick Room for itself.
which also helps Ursaring massively.
Yeah.
Because I can see Ursaring with Eviolite. That is going to be absolutely
Or
deadly.
even if you're deciding not, you can go bulky Ursaring, Eviolite, take Shadow Balls for days. You know,
Yeah.
say you got Espeon out, right? You wanted to switch into a Ghost type Ursaring, gets off that Guts boost, or even Eviolite. It's just crazy. And then you go Trick Room into Ursaring, then Ursaring you just got the Guts boost. That's then you clicking Facade and winning the game, right? Kind of crazy. Andy is my first opponent. I'm scared.
I would be.
Actually, no, I'm not scared. Andy, I'm gonna kick your ass. Fuck you. Easy.
And even his, I'm just looking through the weakness chart now. So
E for easy.
even the ones which it says he's weak to, he's actually pretty well balanced against
Yeah.
them. So
Oh, I like Andy.
I'm gonna go A plus.
Yeah,
Andy.
this
Yeah.
is probably my
A
favorite
plus.
team so far. A
This
plus.
is the best so far.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just saying, I gotta leave in like 10 minutes. So
Alright,
just a heads up.
we're not that. Okay, no, actually, we've got quite a lot to go. God, I'm gonna have to speed this up.
We need
I got
we need another guest star.
Yeah. Okay, Yuki, we have Lucario, Meloetta, Gastrodon, Tyrantrum, Rabombi, Golbat, Centiskorch, Ludicolo, Oricoko, Guzzlord, and Delphox. I'm gonna have to speed this up a little bit because I am
That's all right.
running out of time.
So he's got 3 defoggers.
Yeah.
I mean I actually used this team in a trial against Bam earlier. For his prep, and actually I quite like the team.
Yeah, I do too. I think he misplayed it versus Bam. Like that Lucario, if it had extreme speed after that Swords Dance, was gonna go ham.
Yeah, the speed tier is great. Tyrantrum is a threat in this tier.
Yep, like head smash, no negatives, and Dragon Dance. Okay. Not to mention Ribombi setting up web, so you potentially don't even need to Dragon Dance.
Exactly. Delphox. I mean, he's got Ribombi and Delphox, which I've got those two as well, and I love Delphox's speed tier in this. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a hidden threat. But Oricorio as well was brilliant.
Yeah. Quiver Dance, and it can copy other people's Quiver Dance with Dancer.
The only thing I dislike about this team is its weakness to rock is huge.
Yeah.
Like, it really struggles because the only real switch into rock moves is Gastrodon because you don't really want to bring a Lucario in.
Yeah.
Because if it's got a rock move, it's probably going to have a ground move as well.
Not to mention for Steel type, Lucario isn't actually that defensive.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's my biggest drawback with it. But I think it's a really solid team.
I'm thinking B+.
I was going to go A minus.
There we go. We'll settle for A minus as we picked B+, or the other way around last time. We'll go A minus. Right. Jason and myself. So, Mean Shao, Cleavor, Uxie, Tentacruel, Mimikyu's here? Oh my god. Okay. Electrode, Hisui, Pyro, Piloswine, Altaria, Honchkrow, Marwile. Straight off the bat, I actually kind of like this team. Mean Shao is really nice. It's going to be really fast. You got the Terror. Hits hard with Fake Out. You got a U-turn. You got a close combat. It's a fun, like, when we talk fast offensive terrors, this is actually one of the fast offensive terrors that I actually quite like.
Yeah, I used Men Shao, was it last season? I mean, something recently. I used one. I used Fake Out, Normal Gem, and then Terra Acrobatics, Terra Flying Acrobatics.
Oh, yeah.
Really powerful. Really powerful. Cleavor, we've already gone on about how good Cleavor is. I don't know if I like Uxie that much, but it is very defensive.
Well, with its new move though.
Wait, it gets a new move. What's this new move?
Oh, it's what is it? Mystical Power or something?
Right. What does that do?
It increases its every time it's used. It increases its special attack.
By how much?
1 stage.
It's like Torch Song.
Oh, okay. So it's an attacking. Okay, that's crazy. Okay,
yeah,
I thought you meant like. I thought you meant like a.
It's Torch Song, but psychic type.
Right.
Yeah, it's
that's
70
really good.
70 base power, 90% accuracy, 100% chance to raise the user's special attack by 1.
That's really good. Okay, that's crazy. That's that. I changed my
So, I
opinion on
mean,
Uxie. That's really good
you
now.
could build Uxie. I mean, it'd be a slow build, but like it's got the bulk for it.
It's always been good. It's just had no way of really powering itself up reliably. So
Yeah.
if you're not toxicking your opponent or whatever, it's kind of so that changed my opinion on Uxie, and I really like it. Tentacruel is a nice defensive mon. Mimikyu is Mimikyu. We all know what that does. It's kind of crazy. Electrode Hisui is a nice speed tier. It's going to be the fastest mon in this draft. Um, Pyroar is once again another mon that is normally really overshadowed. Will be nice in this draft. It's also nice to have at least one normal mon to soak up those shadow balls, especially when you have an Uxie. Piloswine is nice. You've got rocks. You've got ice. Altaria disposes your dragon.
Good defogger.
And a defogger, of course. Honchkrow, very, very strong sucker punches, especially with Moxie. And Marwile is Marwile. Is it is only removal, Altaria?
Altaria, Honchkrow, Cleavor, and he's also got Rapid Spin on Tentacruel.
Tentacle gets rapid spin. What
Yep.
what removal does Cleavor have? Defog.
Defog.
Oh, of course, Cypher gets defog. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually really good. Never mind. I take back what I was
He's got
thinking.
he's got reasonable removal. He's got Stealth Rocks on 4 mons. He's got Toxic Spikes on Tentacruel.
Yeah.
Um,
You also have Volt
Yeah,
Switch on Electrode.
it's
and
relatively frail, this team, though.
yes.
Apart from a couple of real bulky Pokemon,
Tentacruel and Eevee are like Piloswine, potentially.
Uxie.
Yeah.
So actually, so yeah, I mean, it is relatively frail. Great attacks though, great in the physical attacking.
Yeah.
Special attacking, Pyroar
And
is probably
Uxie.
about it.
Uxie
Base
after it
75
starts boosting
special
itself.
attack,
Yeah.
but so it's going to have to boost itself.
Yeah.
I think it's a B plus.
I honestly, I'm just happy to go B plus as well. We can move on.
I agree.
Right. I won't talk too much about my own team because I'm heavy biased with myself.
Of course.
I'll let
'Cause
you
otherwise it's
do.
S plus, isn't it?
I'll let you do all the talking for my team.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, we've got. Let's have a quick look at the team first. In this thing, Stack Attacker, Terra Captain, Arctazol, Marowak, Alola, Durant, Talonflamer, Bombsnow, Ardino, Gorbis, Elagos, Drampa, Meowstic. So, got.
So they're my week one
Right.
opponent, and
Huh?
people say that the first few are good and the rest are bad. But me, I personally think, besides the Stack Attacker, the rest are bad. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not my week one opponent. I'm facing
know.
Andy.
You know, that was what happened in that one league. The guy in the video was like, "Your team sucks."
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
beat
The
us,
joke.
so-
Yeah.
So I like the Ice Core.
No, I like your team.
The Snow Core's nice. Talonflame speed tier, especially with the priority. Gale Wings is nice as well.
Yeah, that Arcazol's gonna go off in the snow.
That's the plan.
Again, though, but you can run a Trick Room with Stack Attacker and Drampa and Alola Marowak. So you've
Yep.
got both ends of the speed tier really nicely combined. Even though you've only got 3, in theory, fast Pokemon, you've got a lot of others which can become fast.
Yeah.
Great physical defense on your team as well. I mean, that's just is absolutely huge. And especially it's reason. Well, you got Elder Goss, but so on the special side, maybe lacking slightly. But yeah, I like the team. Physical output damage wise, probably not the best, but I think it's a really decent team. But you got Spin, you got 2 defoggers, which is nice. Ordino with Wish and Healing Wish and Heal Bell is again nice.
I can't wait to Shell Smash with Gore. I love Gorbis.
My one bugbear and on something I personally like on teams is Pivot though, and
Yes.
you've literally got Talonflame.
Yep, and that's it. It is.
Yeah.
I wish Durant got U-turn.
Yeah, I mean you could Baton Pass out.
Yep. Is Battle
Bat-
Pass even allowed in this draft?
Bat-
It's usually banned in PTG, even dry.
Even Dry.
Even dry, it's usually banned.
Yeah.
might
Yeah,
be.
it's something I was thinking too. I wish I had like
Yeah, bat and pass is just blank banned.
yeah. Um,
Yeah. So yeah, I mean pivot wise,
I've
yes.
kind of wanted the double regenerator core for that reason. So like I have something to switch into and then can like wish and
Yes.
switch again, which is like slow as fuck, but can be really useful, especially when like switching in mons like Arctazol, Stack Attacker, Dramper and stuff, which have bulk but slowly get worn down. Um, so
Yeah, no. But again, I like the team. I think it is really solid. I like the two ends of the speed tier. It's just the offensive output. I
yeah,
think might you're going to have to slow burn people. It's going to have to
definitely.
be just a slow trudge and trying to grind
Although
people down.
don't forget Marowak is double the base power of his attack because
Of
of
course,
Fit
yeah.
Club. Um, I wish
Um,
Talonflame got more damage. Like, you know, it's hitting so hard with its Flare
yeah.
Blitzes and Brave Birds, but I,
81 base attack is pretty
yeah,
rubbish.
poor.
Um, but also Durant gets a boost as well, so
Yes.
it's not horrific. Yeah, okay. I think it's a solid A minus. What do you reckon?
I agree with that. I'm thinking A.
A. We'll go A then.
Yep.
I'll take that.
Well,
Do you guys think I was
that's
right for Stack Attacker as my Terror Captain? I've been thinking about it a lot, actually.
I think Stack Attacker could be an incredible Terra Captain. I think it's scary as hell.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think Stack Attack is a good one because it's got that bulk. The problem is it's got the 4 times weaknesses.
Yeah.
Well, you're literally eliminating the 4 times weaknesses. So,
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that
Hopefully,
Terra Water or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately, that's my last one. I gotta go. But
Right.
thank you guys.
No probs.
Catch you later.
Pleasure having you.
Right,
See
Scotty
ya.
and Vinny. Okay, so we have Flygon for Alligator, Arachnid, Muckalola, Lucario, Cincino, Rotom, Claydol, Gerlach, Kling Clang, and Malamar. What do I think of this team? Flygon's really nice to get the boosts off. Really
Yeah,
good
and
stabs. I like it as a Terra Captain.
I love it as a Terra Captain.
Yeah, it's got really good coverage and stuff, and really good stabs, of course.
Yeah, make it Terra Electric and it's got no weakness.
Yeah, you have that levitate. It has quite good bulk as well. Like that's always been Flygon's biggest weakness. It's like what outclassed by Garchomp. But
Yeah.
in this draft, it's like wait, what's a Garchomp, right?
80, 80, 80.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
100 attack,
It
100
gets
speed.
Roost as well for some
Solid.
reason.
Yeah, it's got U-turn as well. It's got first impression.
Here's a question
mean-
for you: does Roost nullify Levitate or not?
Oh, I don't think it does.
Okay.
Roost gets rid of the flying type,
Right.
and that's what nullifies
Yeah.
that. So no, I think Levitate and Roost work.
Kind of crazy.
still work better.
Flygon is kind of crazy as a Terra Captain.
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, I was going to pick it.
Yeah. For Alligator, you got that Sheer Force boost. That's really nice in this tier. You know, Sheer Force,
Yeah.
Waterfall is kind of. Is it Waterfall or Liquidation that gets the boost? Or both?
Waterfall flinches, liquidation reduces defense.
So is it both of them then, potentially?
What do you mean?
Do they both get boosted by Sheer Force?
Yes, they would. Yeah.
Okay, crazy. Arachnid, Muckalola, Lucario, Cincino, Rotom. I really like this team. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm really liking it.
I love Arachnid. I think it's a really horrible Pokemon to come up against.
Yeah.
Its special defense is great.
It's hard to deal with, even when you have powerful mons. In this draft,
Yeah.
it's going to be even harder.
Well, and also, you're mainly going to want to hit it with electric moves, right?
Yeah.
Well, most electric moves are special, so with a 1-3-2, you're unlikely to OHKO it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hit it with powerful rock type moves or something. So yeah, I like it a lot.
Not to mention all the mons that can then switch into electric moves, like Golurk, Claydol, and Flygon.
Claydol, which is an incredible spinner as well.
Yep.
I think
And
that's
then
a really
sets rocks
solid
itself.
shout.
Yeah.
You got Defog on Flygon as well.
Yep.
So yeah, I
Rapid-
like it.
Cincina gets Rapid Spin as well, doesn't it?
No.
Okay, it doesn't. Right, my bad. Does get Skill
Um,
Link craziness though.
Skill Link craziness with a 115 speed tier, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Golurk you've got, which can be you can do some wild stuff with that. Um, I mean, it's a niche play, but it's
Yeah.
decent enough. And actually, its bulk in this tier again is really good.
Yeah.
Decent speed tier this team's got. I like it. Um, yeah, I think it's a really solid team.
Honestly, I'm thinking A tier. I really like it.
Yeah, I agree. I can't disagree with that. We're putting a lot. There's a lot of good teams in this, isn't
I
there?
think there's been a lot of good teams. It's a very
Oh,
balanced draft so far. A lot of
what?
experienced players here.
And I think this thing and what's making it hard for us, the fact that it's actually quite hard to judge a lot of these teams
Yeah,
because we've obviously got no experience in this kind of
format.
format, so it is quite tough to work out what's going to be hidden
Crazy.
threats.
Yeah.
So Vinny,
I mean, a lot of the good stuff we said about the last one. It's going to be easy now.
yeah,
We've got
I
mod.
mean it's
Yeah.
really similar, isn't it?
A lot of these mods, I really like Vika Volt. It has bulk, it has roost, it has coverage, and slow Volt Switch, which is one of the
Yeah.
best combos in the game. Not to mention special attack rivaling Mewtwo's, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I like Alolan Persian.
yeah. I like
Fantastic.
Corsola Gala.
I think that was Vinny's first pick. I've got a feeling.
Mm. Shell Smash Blastoise is really nice too. We talked about that as well. Beware getting those physical hits in.
Yeah. Weird Ear could be quite interesting as well.
Yeah.
It's got actual decent HP and good physical and special attack. So I'd quite like it.
Yeah. It's a good for a B tier mon for sure. Whimsicott
Yeah.
as well. Prankster, Fairy Grass, which is nice.
Yeah. Magmortar hits hard.
Will it
I
just
think
be
this,
lame to say I think this is another A tier?
a lot of what we said about Scotty's team,
Yeah, it just applies
I mean,
here.
it does apply here. It's got a very similar speed tier as well to
Yep.
it.
We've got Webs again. We have Pivot again. We have Bulk again. We've got Speed again. You know.
Yeah, they've both got a good spinner. They've both got two decent defoggers. They've both got webs. Vinny's only got one stealth rocker, but Vinny's got more pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking A again.
Yep. Happy to go with that. Let's
Yeah.
move on. Jamie and Paul. We have Articuno Gala as the Terra Captain, Mousehold, Arcanine, Hisui, Serena, Aloma Mola, Alcremie, Berserker, Lycanroc, Dawn, Dreadnought, Morgrem, and Scrafty. How do I feel about this team? It's very physically invested.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie made pretty much half his picks at the very end because he missed
Right.
most of the draft. So
He's really relying on Articuno for his special damage. I suppose you can scold with a Lomomola, right?
yeah, one of the Pokemon for some reason is coming up as a Pokeball, and that's Lycanroc Dawn. I don't know why it is. It's got no.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Lycanroc is nice. You can set rocks fast. It's a very fast speed tier, and anything with access to a Cell Rock and the C move is really good.
Yeah.
Serena's a spinner and immune to priority. Arcanine, Hisui is kind of crazy.
Mousehold.
Mousehold. The
If
thing
you
is,
set that up.
yeah, but every time I've seen it in a draft, and I mean every time I've seen it in a draft, someone just gets a Pokemon with a Rocky helmet and Mousehold dies.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically Rocky Helmet. Okay, kill yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Berserker is really nice. Like
Yep.
it's not great defensively, but it's really nice for its really powerful stab Iron Heads.
Well, Berserker's being just pure steel. It's got a lot of resistance.
Yeah, I mean steel is steel, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just and bulk wise, defensively it's reasonable. Special defense isn't great, but
I don't know if I like Jamie's team. I've got to be honest with you. I'm thinking C. I know that sounds harsh. I just
oh, really?
yeah, like there's things I really like about it, but there's other things I'm like, meh. Like
So
we're talking like Mousehold is in the same tier as Xurkitree. We're just looking at it, and it is just going to like if Paul faces Jamie, he's just going to stick a Rocky helmet on Berserker. A Mousehold is going to hit Population Bomb and going to die.
So he's got Tidy Up on Mousehold and Rapid Spin on
Serena.
Serena, that's his only removal,
Yeah.
which it's not the end of the world, but it's not amazing.
You have
He's
flip
only
turn Wish on the Loma Mola, which is kind of fun.
he's only got Stealth Rock
Yeah.
as hazards.
And that's
That's
set
it.
by Dreadnought and Berserker, right?
And
Arcanine if
his
you're feeling.
Arcanine.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I really don't like the team that much.
he's
So
only
if you,
got three. He's only got three particularly quick mobs.
yeah.
Oh, four. Sorry, four. So I think it's a B. I don't think it's terrible, but
Shall we say B minus then?
yeah, let's go B minus.
Right. I like Arcanine Hisui as a Terra Captain more than Articuno Galar, so let's talk about Paul.
F
Uh,
tier.
Arcanine Hisui, Basket Legion, who doesn't get last respects. What's his physical ghost move if he doesn't get last respects?
Basket Legion.
Yeah.
Let me have a quick look.
That was like my biggest issue with Houndstone. Is like once you got rid of last respects, it got no physical stab ghost
Well, but the
moves.
thing is, yeah, but what you forget is Basket Legion doesn't have to run physical.
Is it both female and male? This Basket
The
Legion.
the, the female's got the high special attack.
Yeah, you go physical with male and
Yeah,
special.
the female's got 100 special attack, so
Oh,
it's
this
got
is
really special attack
is
from
he getting
Shadowball.
both by drafting
I
this?
believe it's both.
Right. In that case,
It's like
that's good.
it's like the Oricorios.
Uh huh. You get all
Like
of them.
you get all of them because there was no
Right.
kind of anything between it. So
I've already said
um,
positives about Porygon Z. Galvantula is really good in this draft because it's speed tier, access to webs, access to pivot. Also, it's crazy accuracy Thunder, which has the same paralysis chance as Discharge, but a lot more power. Um,
yeah,
Drudigan, Rapidash Galar is kind of a mid fairy type, but hey, it's still a fairy type. Um,
with a good
Hitmonchan,
speed tier, good speed tier
yeah,
actually
it
on
is a
it.
good speed tier. Is it what 108? I think
105.
105. Hitmonchan, you got Rapid Spin, Torterra. I mean, it's grass and ground, but you know it's got crazy defenses and attack. Just got to be careful about ice. Berserker, I've already said what I like about Berserker. Same with Muck and Honchkrow. What do you think of the team?
I think typing wise, it's incredibly balanced.
Yeah,
So type wise, I think it's incredibly balanced. Basket Legion's one attacking, physically attacking ghost moves, Phantom Force,
which I don't really
which
like. Yeah.
2 turn can be a bit tough. But he's got webs.
Yep.
He's got a defogger and a rapid spinner. They're not the greatest, is my problem with those two.
Yeah.
Honchkrow is a defogger. It's
It's
okay.
very frail.
Too frail. And again, Hitmonchan, I just find it's every time I've used Hitmonchan, I just find it so underwhelming.
Yeah. It's.
Uh,
I would agree with that. I like
um,
Drodigan.
yeah, Drodigan, I think that's a lovely pick. I think Muck's a decent one.
I
He's
like
got
Arcanine as the terror as well.
yeah, he's got no heal bell or aromatherapy or
Oh,
wish.
does Rapidash not get Heal Bell?
It only gets healing wish.
Oh,
So
I
he's got
thought it got
no
Heal Bell. Okay.
yeah, he's got no real cleric in the team.
Right. Okay, that's a big negative for me.
Arcanine as the Terra Captain, I'm not 100% on.
Okay.
When you've got PZ there,
I would rather have PZ. I
I-
still like it though.
yeah, he's got reasonable momentum usage in here. I think Paul's is a decent team. I think it's a B plus,
B plus. I'm happy with B plus.
B plus A minus.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think B plus. I don't like it as much as the other A minuses we've given.
Okay, B plus. There we go.
Right. Jeremy and Devon. We have Noivern, Zorak, Doublade, Weezing, Galar, Hitmonlee, Magmortar, Shuckle, Sceptile, Clawitzer, Marowak, and Rotom Frost. Interesting team. Rotom is nice because you get defog back now, so yay. We got Webs with the Shuckle, Unburden Sceptile with the speed tier, Unburden with the
Mhm.
Hitmonlee and the Weezing to set it off. Doublade with Eviolite tanks hit for days, combos well with the Zoroark. Noivern's a Terra Captain. We've already explained what we like about a potential Noivern Terra
Love
Captain.
that.
Boom Burst. Its speed tier is going to be really hard to match in this draft. I like this team. I think
I
it's
like
a
this team.
little bit lacking in some of the power department. Actually, no, I take that back because yeah, Magmor hits hard. Marowak gets a double boost. We got Boom Burst Nova, and this is gonna hit hard actually.
Yeah. My one issue with the team is it is although there are some, it's got Shuckle.
Yeah.
It's frail.
Doublade takes hits like a champ too. Don't forget.
Physically, not specially.
Yeah, and he's got no Wish Passer.
So I mean, it is a touch frail for me, but on the offensive side, it's also just okay.
Yeah.
So considering it's not the bulkiest and offensively it's okay, for me that would be a bit of an issue. But he's got good hazard removal, good hazards. He's got aromatherapy on wheezing,
Oh, he does. Oh, of course he does. Okay, yeah. Okay,
so
a
I
lot of
mean that
clarity
helps.
there. Yeah.
And great momentum actually. He's got quite a few U-turns, volt
U-turns.
switches, and flip
Yeah.
turns, which could help him massively as well. And teleport on Magmortar.
Yeah. I did not know Magmor
Um,
got teleport. That's kind of funny.
Electrovara and Magmortar both get
Yeah, there
teleport.
must have been an event or something.
I had no idea about that, but they do. Yeah, I don't dislike the team. Um, Duckle I find hard to use personally.
Yeah, it's.
I just find you can get set up on so easily.
I once used a Shuckle to stall my opponent into winning. Was facing a Terror, and I had the move that like copied the opponent's stats or whatever, and contrary Shell Smash.
Nice.
It was really annoying.
Oh, what, Mirror Herb or something?
I can't. Do you know what? I can't even remember. This is back in. I think when Sword and Shield first came out,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
everyone
but
was not Terra. Sorry, I said Terra. Dynamax, and they were
okay.
Dynamaxing, and I like they were trying to boost, and I kept like swapping negative stats onto them.
But I think it's got a really well-rounded piping again. Very few consistent weaknesses. So yeah, I think it's a solid team. I think it's a B plus.
Yeah, B plus. I'm happy with B plus.
B plus.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is one of the more exciting teams. This is Devon's. So we got Raichu, Alola, Wochin, Dunsparce, Hitmontop, Rhyperior, Pinscher, Tangler, Piloswine, Minior, Arctovision, Cursula. I like the team.
I think he's one of the. I think it's the only team which is going with a terrain. We've got a lot of weather teams out there, but this is the only terrain team, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Um.
Isn't
Yeah.
Scotty not doing the same? No, he's not. Okay, no, you're
No.
right. Oh, this is the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Raichu Alola as a Terra Captain goes crazy here.
Yes.
It's what's the move again? The electric one, which goes on the terrain. That's gonna
Rising voltage.
Yeah, rising voltage is gonna be insane here. There's gonna be very little that survives that.
My only issue with the team is, and it's actually a major issue. Apart from Alolan and Raichu,
Speed.
it's so slow.
It's so slow. Yeah. You're gonna need Minior to Shell Smash for sure, and you need it to get the shield down mode for even that to be good.
There's not a Trick Room, is there?
No. Is Cursor like? Wait, can Cursor Trick Room?
No, there is no Trick Room user.
Right. He would benefit from a Trick Room, especially with Rhyperior and Cursor.
So he's got no Trick Roomer, no webs.
He is very slow. Recovery with Tangle is nice though.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to rely on absolute bulk, but
yeah. Does he have a Wish Passer?
Wochin can use a Wish, only a Raichu, which he will not be using.
You are
wish
not
with,
using a Wish. Yeah. I use Terra Steel Raichu to Wish Pass.
Yeah, I really dislike the speed tier of this. He's gonna have. I mean, he's gonna have to play stall. Wochin is gonna be so important here to him.
But don't undermine how good Wochin's gonna be in the stall.
I think Wochin
defensively, maybe he could have done with being the Terra Captain.
I mean, how is Wochin even made this draft? I have no idea. I mean, I didn't even realise it was here until just now.
Really?
I'm actually double checking to make sure it wasn't a typo. No, it did actually get. Jesus.
It's allergic
No one
to
in my side of the
U-turns.
draft selected it. I might need to make a change for week 2. Um, I mean, Wojin is incredible for this.
Yeah.
With the lack of power output, with that special defense stat and its ability,
He
no
is a
one's gonna be able to
little
knock
bit.
it out.
He is a little bit weak to U-turns. Like,
Yeah,
if you have like a scarf U-turner, it's gonna hit Raichu unless Raichu's a speeding. Wochin, it's gonna hit Tangler. I suppose you can
I mean,
resist
it's
it.
probably one of the worst teams for balance of typing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of consistent weaknesses. Um, Grass, ice, fighting, steel, fairy. So, I mean, relatively common. I mean, if you've got a fairy move, there is not a single,
God, yeah, you're right.
nothing he's got
You
resist
can't
fairy.
even Terra Steel the Raichu because it really does not have the bulk for that.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's for me. This is very similar to Jake's team.
Yeah. Bit over
It could work,
specialized.
but you're gonna have to be bloody good to make it work.
What did we give Jake?
Jake, I think he got a B minus, didn't he?
B minus. I think maybe the same for this.
Yeah, I think it's too hard. I wouldn't want to use the team.
Devon is really good, so I think Devon
Oh
might be
yeah,
able to pull it off. But
certainly. But I think it's going to be one of the harder teams to play.
yeah,
I put it this way. I think he's made life hard for himself.
yeah,
I mean, and that's what I mean. When I'm ranking the teams lower, okay, you might be good with them, but could you have made life easier for yourself?
probably yeah.
Probably. So yeah, I think it's a B minus team for me.
Cool. Right. In that case, I think that is us. And I really thank you for joining.
That's right. All of the notes updated for you so you can see the
Yes, so we can have a very quick scan over the rankings. So we gave Bam and David A and A minus, Michael and Christian A and C, Ben and Michael B and A, Simon and Jake B and B minus, Matthew and Nick C and A minus, Andy and Yuki A plus A minus, Jason Anders B plus and A, Scotty and Vinny A and A, Jamie and Paul B minus and B plus, and finally Jeremy and Devon B plus and B minus. Been a really solid drafting session. We've not needed to give any D's.
No,
Like
I
even the
don't.
unbalanced teams have like some stuff that's like so powerful. It's like okay,
Oh,
you are not an awful team.
every team here is usable.
Yeah.
Every team here can win games.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of the toughest drafts that I've ever been in, and probably one of the most open.
Definitely.
I'll be surprised if anyone goes the entire way through without a loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think it'll be good.
Right. I think so too. So I shall say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for watching and see you later.
Cheers. See ya.